Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? Fairy tale. What the heck is going on? We are at war in Fairy Tale right now, and somehow, some way, we are just getting to see some of the craziest new characters showing up. And to think that they're coming at this perfect time when we had this time skip and we have everybody kind of at different levels than we're actually used to. Um, I think it's a good way to show that everybody has grown tremendously, and not to mention how much they've grown. They all usually get stronger as battles progress, as things continue to go on. So to see the fact that Urza is straight up beating someone who can engulf a whole entire city in a sandstorm. And mind you, she doesn't even defeat him by herself. She's needed someone to actually pretty much put him in a position where he was nothing, like if it wasn't for the sniper out there, Erza would have lost, period. So it comes down to this whole teamwork, trust, and pretty much guessing, situational things that are going to happen. And I'm taking it, we're probably going to see a lot of this whole make other people look pretty good. I mean, literally, we got to see somebody who is really accurate overall and literally gets to go by the name of or gets a nickname of she never misses, like from everybody, literally because that's how it's been. But she's just never really had any crazy battles to actually show any of that skill upon. So I thought it was pretty cool to actually get to see her get a moment like that. And with it being like that, it's clear to me that we'll probably be seeing maybe Elf Mid and the younger sister, do something pretty epic to help the older sister or something along those lines. So um, I'm looking forward to it. And not to mention, Gray is one of the strongest characters on Fairy Tail now too as well. So he's also probably gonna need some help from Julia and maybe even the other people that are with him right now. So holy crap, this man is strong. But yeah, overall though, super amazing episode. I was surprised to see the growth of Natsu in this week's episode. This is probably the most we've ever seen Natsu grow in a non-physical way, which I thought was pretty amazing to see. Like, not to mention that every time Natsu gets into these fights, holy crap. Uh, every time Natsu gets into these fights, he kind of just wings it. He goes all out right at the get-go, and that was pretty much him squabbling with that instance that, or like that feeling that he has to just want to do that. And I like that aspect a lot of just this episode alone, just to see the growth and how much more he's probably going to continue to grow. Let me see. I can't use this right now. But yeah, I hope you guys were enjoying what we were getting in this week's episode. With Natsu holding back and knowing that he needs to not use everything from the jump to the parts of the show where we're seeing just how Urza is fighting someone ridiculously powerful. And then we have the easy signs of the show where it's like, hey, these guys beat each other up sometimes to make sure they know that they need to work a little bit harder and stuff like that. So I honestly do enjoy that aspect of Fairy Tail. Like, every little character can do something relatively big if they're given the chance. And this week, everybody kind of shine. I mean, sure, Makarov and the first leader are kind of just chilling right now. But other than that, everybody is going to probably get a moment. Lucy hanging out with this Brandish girl was absolutely just fan service in the long haul, I feel like. I mean, Brandish is probably the weirdest person out of all of the members that we've met so far when it just comes down to her motivation, how she is pretty much, you know, uh, how she's pretty much handling like her battles and stuff. After her encounter with Lucy the first time, or maybe I guess some other time, uh, it left a leaving mark on her, and somehow, some way, she sees Lucy's mother in Lucy, and just asks us a question like, "Are you this woman's daughter?" And to hear that she was, absolutely sent Brandish in a frenzy to pretty much shrink Lucy's house and then start battle pretty much. Like, she's ready to fight now. So the one person that is the most underrated out of everybody and kind of like throwing me off is the one who gets put in Brandish's like the little pink bottle that he got stuffed in. Like, that man's reach to like how his power goes from there to there is actually huge. He was on the ground in Lucy's house, and his magic was affecting Urza that was right above the sky. So his spiritual like magic somehow interrupts even that far away, which is, I thought, was actually crazy. So um, there's a lot of low tier seeming characters that are doing very, very like scary stuff. So I like that aspect of just how they're playing along with the story. I wasn't expecting it at all, to be fair. But with that being said, knocking him out, or like Lucy straight up crushing his rib cage while he's tiny, like that guy should have been dead. Like, he should be dead, yeah. Um, Seeing that, you're just like, oh my god, like fairy tale members are brutal, bro. Just crush the little guy, why don't you? And after doing that, everybody could use the spiritual magic, which was pretty much Lucy and Urza. They both could use their magic just fine all of a sudden, and Lucy was getting so desperate to the point when she was in the bathtub with them that she was about to stab this girl with Aquarius's key that has broken from quite a while back, and straight up stab this man with it. Like, fairy tale members be going in when they need to, so keep that in mind. It's always possible for them to just, oh, you what, huh? It's always possible that they're just going to straight up fight for whatever they really want. But overall, man, I really look forward to seeing where all of these battles go. Like, for instance, somehow Natsu still has a pretty hype fight, even though he's holding back, and then with the guy still being alive and thinking that he's strong or something, he wakes up to a rude, abrupt whooping real quick because of that. So to see Natsu let go for a little bit was actually one of the more hyper things to see, because it just goes to show you we are in for a treat when it comes down to Natsu cutting loose, and I can't wait to honestly see who is going to be one of the more crazier fights for him, because I don't see Natsu getting in just two fights. He's probably going to fight a lot of times. So if he does, I would like to see. Oh man, I would like to see just who all he kind of defeats and stuff like that. But Gray also needs his moment to shine. We see him just freaking freezing people and stuff. So hopefully Gray shines just as big as Natsu at some point, because his magic is very fun to watch, but at the same time, everybody's holding back pretty much. Like, he hasn't even shown hints of using his demon slaying power. So with all that being said, everybody, I hope you guys have a good night, day, evening, whatever the case you are watching this, and I will talk to you in the next one, because it's actually crazy to think that we have these amazing shows kind of going back to back to back, and then tomorrow there's gonna be something else to watch, you know. So I enjoy my job, and I can't wait to get you guys some more daily content out. So with that being said, I will talk to you in the next one. And if you do subscribe, make sure you have that notification bell on so you get instantly notified when my videos drop. I am the Anime G, and I will talk to you in the next one. Peace.